Sorry, we'll try it again. Every day I do that. It's Dino from Digispin Crypto, and welcome to the show. And we're going to do some fun stuff today. So, a lot of exciting things that are still going on in the Electroneum universe. And I figured we'll just chat about it. Let's just take a quick look. We got Sergeant of the Marines out there. That's great. And I'm sure others will join us as we go along. So it's good to see you, Sergeant. I can always depend on you, and I'm glad that you've joined us. It's a good thing. So I want to definitely give you a clap because you're always there first. All right. So today we're going to talk about Electroneum hitting 2 million folks, and we could take a look here at that. And I believe Crypto for the People actually was live at the time when it happened, so that must have been pretty exciting for him. I want to congratulate him for being able to catch that live. But you know, since this afternoon, we've added another 442 people. So that 2 million mark is a good milestone, and we're going to keep going because we're going to 10 times this as things go along, and there'll be more and more people. So it's definitely an exciting time. So what we're going to talk about today is the 242 program. We'll take a look at the ASIC mining and see what it's bringing in today. I want to show you the Bitcoin dominance chart and explain to you why it's important to take a look at it once in a while. It can kind of give you a metric to something, and I'll tell you what that is later in the show. And then, of course, at the end, we're going to pick a YouTuber that I like, and see if you have an interest in it also. Usually a lot of these channels, there's a lot of you know, folks that have different perspectives, And sometimes it's good to get those perspectives so that you can get a balanced feedback and information regarding what you plan to do in your investments. Now, of course, we're a educational and informational channel. Do your own research. I'm just a common pedestrian, and so I'm just sharing with you my thoughts on the matter regarding crypto. So let's take a quick look at the chat first and see who's on there. So, like I said, we saw Sergeant of the Marines, and John Thompson and Jacob is out there. So it's good to see both of you again. I can always count on you guys to show up and keep the interaction going. Appreciate that. Obviously, as we're going along, put in any comments, questions, or anything that you have regarding the content for tonight. So let's take a look at this 242 and what exactly happened. So we hit that 2 million user count. So Electroneum wanted to do a little celebrating and give back to the community, and which is an awesome thing. And what they're doing is a quick program to get the word out and do a little marketing at the same time while rewarding those that participate. So this is pretty simple, and there are 3 ways to win some free Electroneum. Yay! Yay! That's right. That's what we want. We want to win free Electroneum. So I'll go through each one of those. The key is, in whatever way that you decide to post, you've got to put the hashtag ETN242. And then you also have to fill out a form for your second item. So you'll put your entry in, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you use. You copy the link and you'll fill out this form. And I'll show you that as we go along. And so that's the basic concept. And there's a lot that you can do, and I'll explain to you on that. So let's get rid of this, and let's change over to the program itself. So when you take a look at the program, basically, they're giving out 2 million Electroneum, and the tier 1 is basically for the 5 top posts, and this is going to be based on interactions. So people that flag it, like it, comment on it, that type of thing. They'll have a scan. It'll check it out and see what kind of interaction that particular post has. And you can win anywhere from 400,000 to 75,000 Electroneum. So that's pretty exciting for those. And that's the first way you can win with that social interaction award. The second one is just a draw prize, and maybe you just want to put out a comment. Hey, Electroneum, throw it out on your Twitter. Electroneum, the coin to get, 2 million users. You post that Twitter, then submit your form, and you will have a random winner selected. So it's basically, just 5 random people that took the time and effort. So this is an easy win for just about anybody. It takes a second to throw something into your Twitter, make a post about Electroneum hitting 2 million users, great coin, that type of thing. And they'll pick 5 out of all of the entries. And I'm sure there'll be plenty. There's a lot of users out there. But 5 lucky people are going to win 100,000 randomly. So that's an easy way to score. Let's take it to number 3. Number 3 is being real creative, coming up with a cool video, an amazing graphic, something that's unique and different. And this basically will be awarded by the Electroneum team. They're going to take a look. They'll see the posts, and if they see something that blows their socks off, they're going to mark it down on a little piece of paper and keep a little scoreboard for themselves. And then they're going to pick 10 people that created something unique, exciting, fun, thrilling, interesting, and really took them by storm, and then make that an award. So 3 ways to win. and you could be that person. It's easy. Just pick one of the categories, pick all the categories, go to town, show your love for Electroneum. Bring it to everybody else, win yourself some Electroneum. And, you know, keep in mind, it's only a penny now, but you get 50,000 or 100,000 Electroneum as a win. You know, if it ever hits that buck, that's a year's salary or more for most people. So, you know, hey, it's a good opportunity. Now, there'll be when you go to the Facebook page, on there you will see a link to be able to open up right here, this Google Doc form. So after you do your post, make sure you click on the link, submit your entry so that they can track and register it in case you are the winner. Right, Mr. Bean? Yeah. See, Mr. Bean knows. He knows what's going on. He's got his act together. And quite frankly, you know, if you don't do it, you know, what is, they're crazy, right, Mr. Bean? Yeah, basically you're crazy if you don't at least put an entry in. So definitely do it. It's exciting. It's going to be fun, and everybody can participate in it. I don't know, maybe we'll come up with something exciting and fun. We'll take a look at that and see what we can do to bring some interest to the program. Let's take a quick look at the chat and see what's going on there. All right. So Sergeant of the Marines, he says Electroneum is freaking taking over. The network effects are groundbreaking. So that's pretty awesome. Yes, I agree with you. And Electroneum is starting to get a little bit more interactive with their community. And all of us should be perfect Electroneum. We're starting to make moves. This is what we need to see happening. Some interaction with the community. Get them to, you know, to show their love and express their love for the coin. And get a little reward there, a little bounty money for those that do that. I'm thrilled to see Electroneum stepping up and starting to get serious with everything. I think it's clear when Richard says things are going to be changing and going forward that this is a perfect example of that. So keep it in your heart and rest assured things have got to start moving. It's quite clear to me. So let's take a look at the chat again. John Thompson, Jacob, Rick Vipermoto, good to see you. All right, so let's take a look what Rick has to say. We'll just throw it right up there. So Rick is saying basically this is yet another brilliant marketing mastery by Electroneum. Gonna have thousands of postings. Electroneum is brilliant. Yes, this is a good program. Definitely, we've gone through all the different ways to win. It makes it easy. Those that want to get super creative, those that just want to participate with a simple, you know, entry, a simple tweet, can still have an opportunity. And those that create the biggest buzz can make a giant bounty reward also. So yeah, I think you're right on target there, Rick Viper. Let's see here. Jacob saying I finally made that Wally ETN video. So all right, so that's good. Make sure you post it, get it on YouTube. Put your link if you end up doing it, Jacob. Put the link of your video down in the comments, and I'll make sure it gets approved so that people can click through to it. And if any of you produce a video on YouTube, put the comment and put the link down below, and we'll have a show that just goes through all of these exciting videos that have been made on YouTube. I'm not going to do Twitters or Instagrams and all that stuff, but if you happen to make a video on YouTube, I'm going to go through them, take a look at them, pick out the ones that I think are pretty spectacular from my perspective, and we'll go through them and try to send people out to you and get people to take a look at them and get them to vote for your video. So I will personally help you try to win. I'll do everything I can because you guys all deserve it, especially those that are watching my show. I appreciate each and every one of you, and it's something I can do to give back to you. So feel free to do that. Okay. All right. So I think we've caught up with the basics on the comments, and if you have any other questions, obviously write them down in the live chat as we're going along, and I'll interact with you. So let's take a look at the next thing. Let's take a quick look and see what our experimental ASIC is bringing in today. That's keeping us kind of busy, and just monitoring it at the moment, seeing how it's doing. The unit's performing pretty flawlessly. I haven't really had to touch it, and I haven't moved it from my office yet. I don't know if I need, what was that movie, Multiplicity, where they get Michael Keaton, and the guy figures out how to clone himself, and then so that he could send one of them to work and one of them could stay home. I need like 2 or 3 of them. One to go to my job, and the other one I can sit here and do videos and interact. But the fact of the matter is that never seems like there's enough time. And something as simple as just moving it from one room to another ends up getting lost in the translation throughout my day. So it is what it is. What am I going to do? So, all right. So looking at Electroneum. Now, yesterday we were scoring pretty good on the coin income. And if we take a look today, we're not pulling in as much as yesterday. You take a look at the hash rate. It had gone down, which allowed me to score a lot more coins. Way up over there, allowed me to score a lot more coins. But as you can tell now, it's gone back up to a higher point. So a lot of folks have jumped back on Electroneum and added their hashing power to the environment. And so now I'm back down to that 800 magic number. Actually, 797 I think is the lowest I've seen so far. So that's definitely meaning, and when it's only 797, it means that you have more ASICs jumping on to the Electroneum environment. But I'm still pretty happy with it. So far, we've done pretty good. Collecting those coins at 800 a day. And we'll squirrel them away and see what we could do with them as we go along. Maybe we could do, after this big program is done, maybe we could do an Electroneum giveaway of some type. I don't know. We'll take a look into that. If you have any suggestions after the show, put it in the comments below, and we'll see what it has to say. So that's the big win for today. Darrow coin. Now, I haven't seen that one before, nor do I know much about it. But it's obviously bringing in some dollars for the day. Sumo coin. Let's see who else we got here. Now, Loki is another one that I GPU mine. So if you have a GPU, you may want to take a look at Loki. It's a pretty interesting project. It is speculative. There's so many of them out there. So who knows what it'll be worth. But the team seems to be pretty solid. And it is obviously a Monero-based coin. BitTube is also one of my favorites. And that's bringing in quite a bit at the moment. You can see the difference at 176. So these larger numbers means that it's a GPU-only mineable coin. So if you get a chance, take a look at it. Just go to the BitTube website. And basically, you can actually set it up, and it'll tell you how to download the miner. Maybe we'll do a video just on BitTube itself, and I'll probably do one on Loki also. Those are really my only favorite Monero-based coins. I know Knife of Pi likes Mazari, and I've yet to be able to do some research on that. to understand its function and purpose. But that's we'll close out this particular segment, and let's bring this back up to the top here. Kevin O'Leary. Now, I saw that guy at a local. He came to one of these motivational speaker things. This Kevin O'Leary dude right here, the guy from Shark Tank, and he's this little short guy. I think he's like 4'1" or something. I mean, he's super tiny, and he must have a lot of makeup on in the picture because he's got freckles all over his face. And interesting character when I met him. All right, let's take a quick look at the chat and see if there's anything new and exciting before we go to the next segment. So we got Richard Romeo from Ghana. Let's put him up on the screen here. Let's take a look and see what he has to say. He's from Ghana. Thanks, man. God richly bless you. Electroneum to the moon for sure. So that's great. It's never knew I had an international audience, so that's a bonus. Being in the southeast of the United States, I try to start the show at 9:30 because you got the west coast of the United States at 6:30, and Hawaii's probably somewhere around 2:30 still in the afternoon. I appreciate your blessings, and glad to have you on the show. All right, and I think we got everything there. Good. So let's go to our next segment. What I wanted to show you guys was what's called Bitcoin dominance. Now, there's a reason for why I wanted to show you this, and it's something that I've noticed regarding the Bitcoin dominance. So it's kind of good. It's on CoinMarketCap, and you would be able to. This way you know where it is, because otherwise you may not recognize. You go into the tools, and you'll go into the global charts right here. You see, where is it? Right there, global charts under tools. All right, let me get my fat head out of the way. There we go. So when you click on the global charts, it's going to take you to this page, and you'll have total market minus Bitcoin. And the last one is Bitcoin dominance. Now, what this chart is showing you is, out of all the money and capitalization that's out there, how much of it is in a specific coin. So, as you can tell, you do have this yellow line, and that shows you how much out of all of the money that's out there, of the market cap, what percentage of it is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of these others. And then the last one being others as a whole, which includes Electroneum. Electroneum doesn't have a big enough market cap to have its own listing as of yet. Now, so if you take a look, let's move the mouse pointer out of the way. So you take a look here. Let me see if I can slide over. I don't know if I can move over here. We take a look here. You can see the yellow line, the Ethereum, and then the white line being the others. All right. Now, why am I bringing this up? The reason why I want to bring this up is that if you take a look, when the market seems to be stagnant and Bitcoin goes down, it seems to be stagnant. The price hasn't really moved. And if you take a look in this time frame right here, price hasn't really moved at all on the coin itself, but yet more people are putting their assets into Bitcoin. So you can see here it went from 36%, and as of right now it's at 43%. So 43% of all the market capitalization has been stored into Bitcoin. Now, what does this mean? Even though the price hasn't changed, price has been, reasonably similar. All the money's been going in and being transferred to Bitcoin. Well, where's the money coming from? What's happening, if you take a look at the altcoins, which are these right here. Let's move my head out of the way. These ones right here. Okay, the white line, the Ethereum line, those are on a downward trend. So what that's telling you is that, and the general purpose white line, which is the first one up at the top here, which is all other coins. So that's telling you is that people have, even though the Bitcoin price is the same, they're a little leery. They're taking their money from their altcoins, their Ethereum, and they're squirreling it away into Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's just kind of moving along, doing its thing, not going really anywhere until the last day or so. But they're moving their money from the altcoins because they're scared. Everybody kept saying it's going to go down further, so they wanted to get out of those altcoins so that they didn't take a beating. Because a lot of people don't take it in and out of fiat. If you go straight through, it's a clean swipe. But if you bring it back to Bitcoin, you can then go back to an altcoin. All right. So, having said that, that means that the prices of all of the altcoins are going down, while Bitcoin, no matter what the price is, the altcoins are slowly going down. And you can take a look. Let's say if you look at Coin 360, let's see if we have that here. Did I bring that up? Was I smart enough to do that? Yeah. So even though Bitcoin's green, you'll see a lot of negative in the altcoins. All right. They're selling them off, getting ready to put it into Bitcoin. Some of them are afraid it's going to go down so that they can cash out into a Tether or cash out into fiat. So they're preparing themselves just in case. Now, this is because a lot of the coins, like I said, when Bitcoin goes up, they go up a little bit faster. When it goes down, they go down faster. But when things are kind of stagnant, you'll notice that the altcoins just will keep sinking, and they'll go down to all-time lower prices the longer it stays flatlined on the Bitcoin price. All right. When you have motion and Bitcoin's going up, these altcoins will then go up even higher. All right. So what you want to do is, by taking a look at this and keeping this in your head, let's go back to our tools and our global charts, and bring that back up. So this is kind of a trending. With this in mind, you can keep an idea of where you think all the altcoins are going. The trend at the moment is an upward climb. It's slowing down, but it's an upward climb. When you see that, you know the prices of altcoins are going to go down because people are going to get rid of them. And they do that sometimes at a loss because people panic. All right. So when you're seeing the Bitcoin dominance going up, expect the prices of altcoins, for most part, to be trending down. There's always that few coins that buck the trend, have something exciting happening. All right. So when you see the drop, when you start seeing these drops here, you notice you see the drop. Well, what happens is because all of the altcoins are coming up. All right. Then the Bitcoin dominance goes back up as the altcoins come back down, and vice versa. They're almost of an inverse because the money's got to come somewhere to go into Bitcoin, and if it's coming out of Bitcoin, it's got to go somewhere. They're either putting it in their pocket as fiat or they're buying altcoins. So when you start to see that line start to trend down, that yellow line for the Bitcoin dominance start to trend down, you know the prices of altcoins are going to start to go up. All right. All right. So that's my basic spiel. Why Bitcoin dominance is something that you're going to want to take a look at. All right. When I see this yellow line kind of heading in this upward trend, and I was planning to buy some coins, for the most part, it's one of the indicators that I use whether or not it's time to purchase some coins. I may still do it. There may be a super good price on something, but I know the general trend is going to be a downward one until things change over. Now this, like I said, this here is starting to level off. It may drop and go down, but if you take a look, I mean, it's pretty much, you know, at its lowest point. Just a tip. See if it works for you. It's something I happen to notice. All right. Let's take a quick look at the chat before we go to our other section. And we got Mr. Cryptotastic. All right. And Cryptotastic says, "What's up, Digit Spin?" And it's good to have you up on the channel. All right. So my last segment here is for YouTubers. Now, what I try to do is bring you a YouTube channel that I've watched in the past, that most likely I subscribe to, I think has some value, and why I like to watch that particular channel. So let's take a look at our pick for today. Today's pick is a channel called UFD Tech. Now, UFD Tech, as a South African guy, and talks fast, and is relatively funny. He's entertaining. You know, it keeps me watching the channel, yet bringing me some detailed information. Now, if you're a tech person, you're gonna love UFD Tech, and you probably are already subscribed. But if you're not, it's something that you might want to take a look at. The reason is that he has all the latest news, information, and a lot of education that you can extrapolate from his presentation regarding mining cards, PCs, technology, rumors of new items that are going to be coming out. I find it very interesting, so I can keep ahead regarding my mining components, new equipment, and other random doodads that may happen to come through. And you know, sometimes there's things on phones or just, you know, not complete nonsense type of stuff, but there's a good amount of things that you can learn from this particular channel. You know, even things about the processors, and you know, sometimes they go into gaming builds or mining builds, but I find it a very effective channel, and a lot that you can learn. So put that on your list of YouTube sites to check out. See if it's something that's good for you. It's spoken in plain English and pretty simple. Sometimes he gets into the technical details, but you can learn a lot if you have an opportunity to spend a few minutes and randomly going through some of his videos. So good channel, good place to go. All right, let's take a quick look at the chat. And we've got JC. JC's came up on the channel here. Let's take a quick look. What does JC say? JC saying, what network effects is Electroneum making? So in the beginning of the stream, we were talking about the new 242 program. So Electroneum is starting to interact a lot more with their user community, and challenging them with a bounty reward to get people involved, to bring Electroneum's their personal message to others out in the environment. So this is a good first step, and I'm sure there's going to be other programs to have people socially interactive with the Electroneum coin and spreading information and fun and a lot of entertainment to others in the crypto space. So we're going to see more and more of this type of stuff as they start zooming forward with their marketing plans, and that will definitely get others involved. Thanks for the question, JC. Paul saying it's great that you cover other YouTubers. So yeah, I put together this segment, and the reason is because I've spent a lot of time watching a lot of these videos listening to the video while I'm driving, because I keep it off to the side and transmit it through the Bluetooth onto my radio, so I'm able to hear the show, because I have a good 40-minute drive in and out of work. So, you know, might as well make that educational at the same time. And while I'm working on my machine, a lot of times I'll keep it running on one of the secondary screens and kind of go through them. You know, there's a lot of good information out there, and I've learned a lot from it, and I'd like to, you know, show you my little secrets of where to get this type of information. So Mr. Cryptastic is giving me a good thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up on everything. So if you have any other questions, put them in now. Otherwise, we're going to go forward. And just to make sure we didn't miss anything exciting, we did our overall coloring. We talked about the 242. We did our ASIC mining income. And we've covered all the excitement for today. Now make sure you do something. Send out a tweet. Get yourself in the program. Get yourself a chance and an opportunity. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for stopping in on the show. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll probably take the weekend off. And we'll go forward from there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.